Hi ladies, I am going to cook for us today some rice in our multi-purpose steamer, and I'm also going to make some Epicure butter chicken for supper. So we're going to multitask and get this done. While one's cooking, we're going to cook the other. So I'll be right back with you and we'll get started. Alright, so here I have our multi-purpose steamer. Wonderful invention. To cook brown rice, we're going to simply add 1 cup of long grain brown rice and 3.5 cups of water. It's just everyday water. It doesn't have to be hot, it doesn't have to be cold. And one thing we do differently with this is we do not put the top on our steamer for this recipe. We're just going to even it all out in here. And we're going to top it with our multi-purpose tray. And we're going to actually microwave it on high for 15 minutes. Alright, while that is in, we've got our chicken, our onion, our crushed tomatoes, and our coconut milk. This is all we're going to use to make our butter chicken. And it is one of our ready-to-go one-meal pan. So, quickly says to dice 1 large onion, which we've done. Melt a tablespoon of butter in a large frying pan and saute your onion over medium heat. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to add in our onion and saute that over medium heat. Oh ladies, I forgot to look at the time there. So we're 5 to 4. We're cooking early because Ed's on vacation. Say hi, Ed.
Hey.
So we are sauteing our onions and we're just waiting for them to cook a little bit so that we can add our coconut milk. And our butter seasoning goes in at the exact same time. Our butter seasoning, just so you know, is verified non-GMO, and it's also gluten-free, which is really nice for any of those people who have that kind of issue, and they are conscious about making sure that they're not ingesting any kind of gluten. It's actually an Epicure across the board. All of our Epicure products are gluten-free, and over 70 of them are non-GMO. So let's go ahead and let's put in the next ingredient, which is our cup of light coconut milk. You can use water for this. We just chose coconut because Carrie and I both don't do well with dairy, so this gives us an alternative to having milk. And now we're going to put in our seasoning mix. And we're going to stir that in. It doesn't say whisk, right? It says stir. So we're going to go ahead and stir it in. That smells delicious. And what are we doing next? Right away? Okay, so we have, you can use canned tomatoes, but we're actually using fresh tomatoes that we had in from the garden. And we're just going to add in a cup of crushed tomatoes. Sorry, half a cup of crushed tomatoes, which was about 1 medium-sized tomato in all honesty. And now we're going to bring it to a boil. So that only took like 2.5, 3 minutes to get it to bring to a boil. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in our chicken now. It's just cubed fresh chicken breast. It was thawed so that we didn't have to worry about that. And it's 2 chicken breasts, sorry. And we are going to stir that in. This smells so good. I wish you guys were here tasting it. And then it says we're simply just going to let it cook for 10 minutes. So, as you can see, it took about 5 minutes to do all that. And we're just going to check the time there so that we have what time it is. So I've reduced the heat and we're just going to simmer this for 10 minutes. So we're just going to give our rice a check and see how it's doing. It's been in, it's got about 7 minutes left. Because we use a different microwave than everybody else and it's our first time cooking rice in the microwave, we just wanted to give it a try. And it's not cooked, so we just gave it a quick stir and we're going to put it back in and finish it off. So we thought we'd make a spinach salad to go with our supper. And so we're just going to make up some balsamic vinaigrette in our cruet. And this is a nice way to make your own dressing, avoid all of the extra chemicals as well. Again, it's gluten-free. So you'll just actually follow the directions on the back, and you combine 2 tablespoons of dressing mix with 3/4 cups of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. We're going to cut this in half because it was just a little too much for our family last time, but it will store in the fridge with the cover on the cruet for, I go 4 to 5 days. Dip and spread here, and I'm going to take my seasoning, and that's only about a half one because I'm doing this one-handed, just so you know. And put that in through the funnel. And put that in through the funnel. And then add my olive oil. And I'm using balsamic vinaigrette. Using just a PC brand. I don't find that their products are too bad to try with ours at all. And just a little under 1/4 cup of that because I'm halving my recipe. And I'll take that out. Put the cover on. And literally shake it up. Or that would make you dizzy. And that's all there's to that. I'm gonna put together a salad. We have a couple minutes left on our chicken. It smells really good, doesn't it?